Okay, it's October 25th, 2021. I've been testing out my algorithm by buying some option calls. So I'm not risking a lot of money. I'm typically buying 1 to 5 contracts depending on how much it costs. I want to at least put in, at least put in $1 worth, well, $100. So if an option is a quarter, I'll buy 4 of them. So I'll have 4 contracts. So here, I will just load up my studies here, all 3 of them. Now I've added this other one where I calculate what I expect the option price to be. Just as a, if it's showing like $3 and mine says it's only worth like $2.50, then it's like, maybe I'll only put in a bid for $2.50 or wait for it to drop to $2.50 or something. But I really don't rely on it too much. I was just trying to see if I can make an accurate study here in Thinkorswim. It just anything I can get that'll give me a thumbs up to buy something, I'll take it. So here I'm going to load my A, B, and C as soon as C comes in here, if it ever does. Did I click on it? Let's try again. Okay. Now I don't know if it's my computer. I think I've got only 8 gigabits of RAM. But either way, it takes about 30 seconds for these to come in per stock every time I load a new stock. So here's what I did. I spent a lot of time this last week creating some scans. I scan now for earnings. There was an unusual activity last week. I forget, one of the Najarians talked about it, where someone put in a bet for, I don't know, someone who just reported earnings, and they made like $12 million in a day. Obviously that's pretty sketchy, but now I see why people hop into these unusual option activities. Someone's got to know something. There's too much greed out there. So let's check out one of my scans here. So I know the sizzle index tells you, basically tells you, where there's an unusual option activity. Well, I created my sizzle and my sizzle with earnings. So here, this will give me anyone who's gotten earnings within 5 bars. And since my chart is 1 year, 1 day, so that'll be 5 days back, or 5 days forward. So here I'll get a list, and then I'll check each one of these. So I'll say, okay, let's send that over to there. Let's look at the trades, and usually I'll look at the very first week, since earnings are going to be in the next week. These are where the unusuals are going to happen, is in that very first option. Now if the company's not that big, they're not going to have these weeklies. They're just going to have this monthly. So it'll just be the November 19th from here. But so this one, what is this, Amgen? We can look at the October 29 and look at the volume on the puts, and it seems kind of normal. The volume on the calls, that's normal. So I wouldn't even touch Amgen. So here's a list. I went through a whole bunch, and I looked at the unusual activity. And in this case, AXP, on Friday it closed at 187. The November 5th options, 182.5 calls at a price of around $5. Someone bought 1,200 of them. That's $600,000. And comparing that to a market cap of 148 $1,600 million. I mean, it's less than 1%. It's less than 0.5%. And they reported earnings must have been on Friday, so I'll just ignore that. Now this one, bro, we can take a look at that. So if I look at, see in this one, it only has the monthlies, and so let's see, 66.50, no, the 65 puts, there were 100 of them. So let's look, 65 puts, there's that 100 from Friday, there's 200 more put in, plus 200 on the 60 puts. But looks like someone's getting cold feet here. They decided to put in a 75 call, maybe to counteract this. It looks like this and this is a spread someone put in, but the one on Friday was just a 200 put. So I think they report after hours today or after close. So that one I'm a little skeptical about. So let's go to the next one. Well, let's stick on this. I'll show you. Here's when they report earnings. That's today. My algorithm says 0.83. So that means I would put in a put that backs up a put call. Because the higher this number, it means sell. Or the closer to 1 is sell. Closer to 0 is a buy. Here's what my option price study says it should be, which is pretty close to the 150. This is just doing some number crunching. Yeah, that's just something else. So here's a score I give it, just based on how, if my algorithm agrees with it. And let's see, what am I looking at here? I'm looking at this score 2, which is based on, okay, what my option price says compared to it's the option price right now. So that's a plus when mine says it's worth more than $1.50. So that's just a basic score. But really what I look at is this: what percent of market cap is this bet? Is that a big bet or not? As you can see, some of these down here, like this $5 million bet is well, not 142% of market cap, but it's probably 0.14%. But obviously I just wanted to give it a bigger number here. So this one, let's take a look at that. SM, they report October 28th, so in 3 days. SM, whoops. So what's going on today? Anything big? All right, what happened there? It was a call, 15 call, the November 15 call. And I don't see any more here. So 15 call, that's quite expensive. And there they are right there. As far as today, I don't see anything going on today unusual. But that one, holy cow. Somebody know something? Is that a mistake? I mean, it's certainly not making up for any puts over here that someone may have bet on. That sounds like a go right there. So what is this company? SM Energy. Trading higher in sympathy with the price of oil. Okay. So that's my list here. I'm going to go through this list. First of all, I'll start with the ones that are have earnings today and tomorrow. And I'll look at what's the best ones to go into. Obviously, if I look at this range right here, I want to grab these two and these two. that's my plan. So as you can see, so here's one, VMware, it's at the bottom. I guess it's only at the bottom because, okay, I don't know the expiration dates or the earnings dates for these stocks. So these are sorted by days to earnings and then by the score. Actually, I should have, no, I should have done it by percent market cap and then score. Let's just do it by percent market cap. There we go. So now if I look at October 26th, alright, so this one is going to be the one to look at. So let's just take a look at that. This is a really interesting one too, Commvault. Alright, let's see what was unusual about 80 calls. Right there. So it had 300 on Friday. That is quite unusual, and I don't see any volume in the puts at all. Holy cow, that is a winner. And what is my, well, the algorithm is below 50. It's probably right around 0.4 on average, which is a buy, which means it should be a call. So that's on the plus side. And let's see, they were getting them for $1.70 on Friday. Let's see what they're going for now. Wow. Ooh, okay. They've gone up. So I'd still probably hop in just to check it out. So that's it. Just spending more time on these. And I'm going to be creating a new algorithm. This one is basically 1 to 2 months is its prediction rate, which means if it says buy, you'll probably get a sell within 1 to 2 months. So I usually buy out 2 monthlies out. I'll buy the option. So that's it. My newest one will be for daily trading, day trading, maybe something that you'll buy and trade within the week. And that's it. Boy, I hope the sound is okay on this. I feel like I'm talking pretty far away, but at least there's no annoying background noise or music. Okay, see you guys.